Flirting can often feel like walking a tightrope. One misstep and you might find yourself tumbling into awkwardness or misunderstanding. Many of us have been there, nervously trying to charm someone we care about, only to realize we've made one of the dreaded 10 mistakes that can derail the connection we're hoping to build. In our quest for meaningful relationships, it's easy to get caught up in our thoughts and emotions, leading to common blunders that can sabotage our best intentions. Imagine standing there, heart racing, and suddenly realizing you've overthought your approach or come off as too aggressive. It's a familiar scenario for many. But what if you could navigate this delicate dance with greater ease and confidence? By looking to the wisdom of ancient Stoic philosophers who emphasized self-awareness, emotional resilience, and genuine interaction, you can avoid these pitfalls. Let's dive into the 10 common flirting mistakes to avoid and discover how a bit of Stoic insight can empower you to foster a deeper connection with the woman you care about. Mistake number 1: overthinking your approach. One of the most significant pitfalls in flirting is overthinking your approach. Many people have found themselves paralyzed by the fear of saying the wrong thing or making a bad impression. The moment you see her, your mind races through a checklist of potential topics, icebreakers, and concerns. What if I come off as too eager? What if she doesn't like me? This kind of over-analysis can lead to hesitation and self-doubt, causing you to miss the opportunity to connect. The Stoic philosopher Epictetus teaches us the value of focusing on what we can control. Instead of worrying about the outcome, concentrate on your intentions and actions. When you approach her, remind yourself that it's about expressing genuine interest rather than delivering a perfect performance. Embrace spontaneity and authenticity. As the author and relationship expert John Gottman said, "The best way to make your partner feel loved is to be present." This highlights the importance of being in the moment rather than lost in your thoughts. Imagine walking up to her and simply saying, "Hey, I noticed your smile from across the room and I had to come over and say hello." This simple, honest approach can be refreshing compared to a rehearsed line that may feel forced. By being present in the moment and engaging in a natural conversation, you create an environment where both of you can feel at ease. Being in the moment can also help alleviate the pressure you place on yourself. When you engage in a natural dialogue, it creates a relaxed atmosphere. Share something light-hearted or ask an interesting question that invites her to share her thoughts. For instance, if you both happen to be at a coffee shop, you might say, "I'm pretty sure I could live on coffee alone at this point. What's your go-to order?" This question invites her to share her thoughts while revealing a bit of your personality. Consider the importance of staying flexible in the conversation. If she responds in a way that sparks a new topic, don't be afraid to pivot. This adaptability shows that you're genuinely interested in her and willing to explore various aspects of the conversation together. Let's explore a scenario where a guy named Jake meets a woman named Sarah at a mutual friend's party. Jake had admired Sarah from a distance and spent the entire evening building up the courage to approach her. When he finally did, he overthought each word, stumbling through his introduction. Instead of asking her about her interests, he fixated on trying to impress her with his knowledge of obscure facts. The conversation felt forced, and Sarah, sensing his nerves, replied politely, but was clearly not engaged. If Jake had focused on being genuine and relaxed, he might have found common ground with Sarah instead of getting lost in his head. To overcome this mistake, practice mindfulness techniques that can help you stay grounded in the moment. Breathing exercises can be particularly effective. Before approaching her, take a few deep breaths to calm your nerves and clear your mind. Remember, it's okay to be vulnerable and show a bit of uncertainty. Authenticity often resonates more than a perfectly crafted line. Mistake number 2, lack of confidence. Confidence plays a crucial role in flirting. When you lack self-assurance, it can manifest as insecurity, making you less appealing. Imagine standing in front of her, your voice quivering and your eyes darting away. This lack of confidence can create discomfort, making it difficult for her to see your genuine interest. To cultivate confidence, start by recognizing your own worth. Reflect on your strengths, achievements, and unique qualities. What do you bring to the table? Engage in positive self-talk to combat negative thoughts. Instead of thinking, "I'm not good enough for her," remind yourself, "I have qualities that are worth appreciating." As psychologist Amy Cuddy suggests, don't fake it till you make it. Fake it till you become it. This emphasizes the power of embodying confidence and believing in yourself. Consider how confidence affects your body language as well. Stand tall, maintain eye contact, and smile genuinely. These non-verbal cues convey confidence and openness. When you believe in yourself, it creates an inviting atmosphere, encouraging her to feel more comfortable around you. Practicing in low-pressure situations can also help. Engage in conversations with friends or acquaintances to build your social skills. Gradually challenge yourself to approach new people in casual settings. Each positive interaction will reinforce your confidence and prepare you for more meaningful connections. Consider the impact of your preparation. If you're nervous about a particular situation, take time to prepare mentally. Visualize yourself successfully engaging in the conversation, focusing on the positive outcomes rather than the potential negatives. This mental rehearsal can help you feel more assured when the moment arrives. Take a look at a character like Mike. He has always struggled with confidence, particularly around women. When he met Emily at a local event, he was so focused on his insecurities that he didn't even realize she was interested in him. He mumbled through small talk, avoiding eye contact and speaking too softly. Emily, intrigued by Mike's sense of humor and charm, found his lack of confidence off-putting. If Mike had recognized his worth and projected more confidence, he might have captured Emily's attention and sparked a genuine connection. To further build your confidence, consider engaging in activities that make you feel good about yourself. Whether it's joining a sports team, taking a class, or pursuing a hobby, these experiences can help you discover new strengths and boost your self-esteem. Surround yourself with supportive friends who lift you up, as their encouragement can significantly impact your self-perception. Mistake number 3, being too aggressive. While enthusiasm can be attractive, crossing the line into aggression can be a major turn-off. If you come on too strong, it may make her feel overwhelmed or uncomfortable. Picture a situation where you lean in too close too quickly, or your compliments veer into overly suggestive territory. These behaviors can create an atmosphere of pressure rather than attraction, leading to a negative experience for both of you. Finding the right balance is essential. Approach flirting with a sense of playfulness and lightness. Pay attention to her verbal and non-verbal cues. If she leans in and engages enthusiastically, it's a good sign. If she seems hesitant or pulls away, it's important to respect her boundaries and dial it back. For example, start with light teasing or playful banter. If she mentions her favorite movie, you might say, "So, are you a hopeless romantic or a secret action hero?" This keeps the conversation fun and engaging without putting her on the spot. If she responds positively, gradually escalate your approach, always being mindful of her comfort level. Understanding the importance of consent and mutual interest is critical in flirting. It should feel like a dance where both partners move in sync. If she seems receptive, you can gradually become more flirty. If she appears disinterested, take a step back and allow the conversation to flow naturally. This shows that you value her comfort and are willing to let the connection develop at its own pace. Consider the story of David, who met Lisa at a bar. He was immediately attracted to her and decided to make his move. However, David leaned in too closely and started making suggestive comments right away. Lisa felt uncomfortable and instinctively moved back, which only made David push harder. If David had started with light-hearted conversation and gauged her reactions, he could have built a rapport that allowed for a more natural progression in their flirting. To avoid being overly aggressive, focus on establishing rapport before escalating your approach. Ask open-ended questions and genuinely listen to her responses. By creating a comfortable environment, you can gauge her interest and adjust your behavior accordingly. Remember, flirting should feel fun and enjoyable for both parties. Mistake number 4: ignoring her responses. One of the biggest mistakes you can make while flirting is failing to read her verbal and non-verbal cues. Flirting is a two-way street, and if you're too focused on your own agenda, you might miss important signals. Imagine being so caught up in your excitement that you fail to notice her lack of enthusiasm or disengagement. Active listening is essential in this context. Focus on what she says, ask follow-up questions, and show genuine interest in her thoughts and feelings. If she mentions a hobby she loves, express curiosity and ask her more about it. This not only makes her feel valued, but also creates a deeper connection. As the author and communication expert, Dr. Andrea Letamendi, notes, active listening is about being truly present and engaged in the conversation. It's about giving her the space to share her thoughts while demonstrating that you care. Be aware of her body language. Non-verbal cues can reveal a lot about her comfort level and interest. If she leans in, maintains eye contact and smiles, these are positive signs. Conversely, crossed arms, looking away, or fidgeting might indicate discomfort. By being attuned to her responses, you create an environment where both of you can enjoy the connection. Incorporating her interests into the conversation can also help strengthen your bond. For instance, if she mentions her love for hiking, you might share your own experiences or ask about her favorite trails. This not only keeps the conversation flowing, but also establishes common ground and shared interests. Let's consider the case of Alex, who met Rachel at a friend's gathering. During their conversation, Alex was so eager to share his own stories that he didn't notice Rachel's disinterest. She was giving short answers and looking around the room, clearly not engaged. If Alex had paid attention to her cues, he might have shifted the conversation to topics that excited her, leading to a more enjoyable interaction. To improve your ability to read her responses, practice active listening techniques. Maintain eye contact, nod to show understanding, and paraphrase what she says to demonstrate that you're engaged. This not only helps you gauge her interest, but also encourages her to share more, creating a richer conversation. Consider the power of silence. Sometimes, allowing moments of quiet can give her the space to reflect or respond more thoughtfully. Don't be afraid of a pause in the conversation. It can often lead to deeper discussions. Mistake number 5: using cliches or insincere compliments. Compliments can be a great way to break the ice, but relying on cliches or insincere flattery can come off as disingenuous. Think about it. How many times have you heard, "You have beautiful eyes," or "You're so different from other girls"? These lines can feel empty and rehearsed, failing to convey genuine interest. Instead of resorting to generic compliments, focus on genuine observations that reflect your true feelings. Compliment her on something unique, whether it's her sense of humor, her intelligence, or her passion for a particular interest. If she shares a story about a project she's passionate about, Express admiration for her dedication and insight. Timing is important when delivering compliments. Make them feel organic within the context of the conversation so they don't come across as forced. When she sees that you're truly paying attention and appreciating her for who she is, it fosters a deeper connection and shows that you value her individuality. You can also use humor in your compliments. For example, if she makes a clever observation, you could say, "Wow, you're not just a pretty face, you're a thinker too." This approach combines lightheartedness with genuine appreciation, making your compliment stand out. Think about Jenna, who met Tom during a group outing. Tom started by saying, "You look really nice today." While it's a compliment, it felt generic. Instead, he could have said, "I love how you put that outfit together. It really shows off your creativity." This more specific compliment would have felt more genuine and engaging to Jenna, making her feel appreciated for her individuality. To strengthen your compliment game, consider taking notes on her interests and preferences during your conversations. If she mentions a favorite band or hobby, use that information to craft personalized compliments in future interactions. This shows that you're genuinely interested in her and are paying attention to the details that matter. Consider using compliments that relate to shared experiences. If you both enjoyed a particular event or activity together, you might say, "I loved how you took the lead during that discussion. You really have a knack for engaging people." This not only acknowledges her strengths, but also reinforces the connection you share. Mistake number 6. Focusing too much on physical appearance. While attraction often begins with physical appearance, fixating solely on looks can limit the potential for a deeper connection. When you prioritize superficial traits, you risk overlooking the emotional and intellectual aspects of her personality. Picture a scenario where you only comment on her outfit but fail to engage with her thoughts or interests. Instead, value inner virtues over outer appearances. Engage with her interests, passions, and values. Ask her about her favorite books, movies, or what inspires her. Show genuine curiosity about her world and listen actively to her responses. This not only deepens the connection, but also demonstrates that you see her as a whole person, not just a pretty face. Sharing your own interests and passions can create a space for mutual exchange and allow her to see different facets of your personality. For instance, if you're passionate about music, you might mention a band you love or a concert you attended recently. This invites her to share her preferences, leading to a more meaningful conversation. Discussing dreams, aspirations, and personal experiences can help you both feel more connected and invested in each other's lives. You might say, "I've always wanted to travel to Japan. Have you ever been anywhere that changed your perspective on life?" This kind of question encourages her to open up about her experiences while fostering a deeper connection. Consider the example of Marcus, who met Ava at a gallery opening. He was immediately struck by her beauty and complimented her dress. However, instead of following up with questions about her interests, he focused solely on her appearance. Ava felt that their conversation was superficial and disengaged from any deeper connection. If Marcus had asked her about her favorite artists or what inspired her choice of dress, he could have created a more enriching dialogue that fostered a genuine connection. By emphasizing shared interests and personal stories, you not only create a more engaging conversation, but also build a solid foundation for a deeper relationship. Encourage her to share her thoughts on various subjects and reciprocate by sharing your own experiences and opinions. Mistake number 7. Not being yourself. When flirting, it's tempting to put on a facade or try to be someone you think she'll like. However, this can lead to a lack of authenticity, which is often transparent. Imagine the discomfort of maintaining an act that doesn't reflect your true self. You might find yourself constantly worried about saying the wrong thing or being found out. Being true to yourself is vital. Embrace your quirks, interests, and genuine personality. When you show up as your authentic self, you allow her to see the real you, creating a foundation for trust and connection. Share your passions, your thoughts, and even your vulnerabilities. The power of storytelling can help in this regard. When you share personal anecdotes that reflect who you are, it makes you relatable and invites her to open up. This authenticity fosters a deeper connection, as she can see that you are comfortable in your own skin and inviting her to join you in that space. As Brené Brown, a research professor and author, eloquently states, authenticity is the daily practice of letting go of who we think we're supposed to be and embracing who we are. This reinforces the importance of being genuine in your interactions. For example, if you have a quirky hobby, don't be afraid to mention it. I've recently started learning how to juggle, and let me tell you, it's a lot harder than it looks. This kind of openness invites laughter and creates a relaxed atmosphere for both of you. Being yourself allows you to find common ground. If you're passionate about a particular subject, share it. You might say, I love cooking and experimenting with new recipes. Have you ever tried making homemade pasta? This not only reveals your interests, but also invites her to share her own experiences, fostering a deeper connection. Take a look at Oliver, who met Mia at a networking event. He was so focused on presenting himself as successful and sophisticated that he didn't reveal anything personal. Mia found him interesting, but felt no real connection. If Oliver had shared his passion for photography or a funny story about his last vacation, he could have made the interaction more memorable and enjoyable for both of them. To cultivate authenticity, consider reflecting on your values and what makes you unique. Journaling can be a helpful tool for exploring your interests and experiences. By understanding yourself better, you'll feel more comfortable expressing your true self when interacting with others. Mistake number 8: overstepping boundaries. Understanding personal boundaries is crucial when flirting. If you're too pushy or invasive, it can lead to discomfort and defensiveness. Imagine a scenario where you ask overly personal questions too soon, making her feel like she's being put on the spot. Respecting boundaries is not only polite, but also essential in establishing trust. If she seems hesitant or pulls away, don't push further. Instead, take a step back and give her the space she needs. This shows that you value her feelings and are willing to let the connection develop at its own pace. Being aware of physical boundaries is also vital. Pay attention to her comfort level with physical proximity. If she leans away or seems uncomfortable when you get too close, it's essential to read those cues and adjust your behavior. By fostering an environment of mutual respect, you create a safe space for both of you to explore the connection. Creating boundaries is a two-way street. Encourage her to express her comfort levels and feelings. For instance, if you sense she's not ready to discuss personal topics, steer the conversation toward lighter subjects until she feels more at ease. Consider the importance of asking for permission before initiating any physical contact. A simple, "Is it okay if I give you a hug?" shows that you respect her boundaries and are considerate of her comfort. This acknowledgement can deepen trust and pave the way for a stronger connection. Let's think about a scenario involving Ryan and Emma. They met at a mutual friends gathering, and Ryan was immediately drawn to Emma. He started the conversation with enthusiasm, but as the night went on, he began asking her personal questions about her family and relationships. Emma felt uncomfortable and caught off guard. If Ryan had taken the time to build rapport and gauge her comfort level, he could have fostered a more enjoyable interaction. To better understand boundaries, consider discussing them openly with her as you get to know each other. This can help establish a framework for your interactions and allow both of you to feel comfortable expressing your needs. Mistake number 9: rushing the process. In our fast-paced world, it's easy to rush the process of building a connection. However, meaningful relationships take time to develop. If you're eager to jump ahead, it can create pressure and anxiety. Consider a situation where you're pushing for a date too soon, not allowing the relationship to grow naturally. Patience is crucial in the realm of dating. Allow the relationship to unfold naturally. Enjoy the journey of getting to know her and appreciate the small moments of connection along the way. Embrace the art of conversation. Engage in meaningful discussions that allow both of you to share your thoughts and experiences. This can create a sense of camaraderie and trust without the pressure of rushing into romance. By giving the relationship time to develop, you'll foster a deeper bond built on trust and understanding. Relationships that grow organically tend to be more resilient and fulfilling. Take the time to explore each other's interests and values, allowing the connection to deepen naturally. Think about a character like Sam, who met Lily at a community event. Sam was so eager to impress her that he suggested they go out for dinner on their first meeting. Lily felt overwhelmed by the intensity of his interest and hesitated. If Sam had taken the time to chat and build rapport before suggesting a date, he might have created a more comfortable environment where Lily felt more inclined to accept. To cultivate patience, remind yourself that building a connection is a process. Take small steps to get to know her and focus on creating enjoyable experiences together. This gradual approach can lead to a more meaningful relationship. Mistake number 10: taking rejection personally. Rejection is an inevitable part of flirting, and it can sting. However, taking it personally can lead to feelings of inadequacy and self-doubt. Many have faced the disappointment of unreciprocated feelings, and it's easy to spiral into negative thoughts. Putting yourself out there only to be met with a polite decline can feel disheartening. Resilience is essential in navigating the complexities of dating. Instead of viewing rejection as a reflection of your worth, see it as an opportunity for growth. Use the experience to learn and improve your approach without letting it define you. Remember that everyone has different preferences, and rejection doesn't diminish your value as a person. Reframing your perspective on rejection can be beneficial. Instead of seeing it as a failure, view it as a stepping stone toward finding the right connection. Embrace the lessons learned and carry them with you as you continue to navigate the world of flirting and relationships. When faced with rejection, it can help to engage in self-reflection. Consider what you might learn from the experience. Did you miss any cues? Was there something you could have approached differently? By adopting a growth mindset, you can turn rejection into a valuable learning opportunity. Consider the story of Julian, who was excited to meet Anna at a party. After a brief conversation filled with laughter, he asked her for her number, but Anna politely declined, saying she was currently focusing on her studies. Julian felt crushed and assumed it was because he wasn't attractive enough. Instead of spiraling into negativity, he took it as a moment to reflect on the conversation. He recognized that Anna's response wasn't a rejection of him, but rather a reflection of her current priorities. This mindset shift allowed him to move forward without carrying the weight of personal failure. As we navigate the intricate world of flirting, it's vital to be mindful of the common mistakes that can derail our efforts. Recognizing the significance of authenticity, self-awareness and empathy can refine your approach and foster meaningful connections. Drawing inspiration from Stoic philosophy can help you embrace your true self, respect others' boundaries, and cultivate patience in your interactions. Flirting, when approached with intention and care, can be a beautiful way to express interest and build connections that stand the test of time. By avoiding these 10 common mistakes and incorporating the wisdom of Stoicism into your interactions, you can navigate the world of dating with confidence, grace, and authenticity. In conclusion, flirting is not just about charm or clever lines. It's about creating genuine connections based on mutual respect and understanding. By being aware of these common pitfalls and striving to improve your approach, you can foster relationships that are not only enjoyable, but also meaningful and lasting. Embrace the journey of getting to know someone, and remember that every interaction is an opportunity for growth and learning. By fostering a mindset of curiosity and respect, you create an environment where meaningful connections can flourish, leading to relationships that are enjoyable, fulfilling, and truly rewarding.